Welcome to the AI Masterclass. In the next 40 minutes, we're going to go through a suite of topics to turn you into an AI expert so that you know exactly how to take advantage of AI both for your profession and for your business. We have a huge suite of topics here. We're going to go through what is ChatGPT, what are the AI skills that you need to learn, how your AI skills are going to grow over time from beginning to expert, what that looks like, how to make money with AI chatbots. I'm going to show you the 19 best AI apps plus 5,000 of the AI tools across all many different categories and tasks. I'll do some demos, beginning, advanced levels as far as how to use ChatGPT so you can get the most out of it. We'll do a super advanced Claude business demo, building an app using Claude. I'll show you how to generate prompts so that you can get the best results, prompt engineering on an expert level. We'll introduce custom GPTs, AI art generator, and I have a free gift at this very end. So the goal of this webinar is that in the next 45 minutes, you're going to know more about the landscape of AI and what's possible so that you can start taking advantage of it in your business and in your career. Let's get started. Super first, who am I? My name is Jonathan Acuna. I run a company called Simple Tech Skills. We have online courses that teach you the AI skills you need to stay ahead in this digital AI economy. Nancy took our course, and that was just our free beginner course. And using ChatGPT skills and how to do prompt engineering, she took her 8-hour task of writing blogs down to 4 hours. So think of this webinar that at the end of the day, listening to this webinar is going to double your productivity and cut your work time in half, because time is money, and that's all these productivity tool or AI tools are going to help you, is to help you work smarter, not harder. So let's go. Let's dive in. Put in the comments, pause this video, it's YouTube, pause this video, put in the comments below what is your number one biggest struggle with using AI tools in your business. Those with the top comments, I will do a follow-up video so that we could get you the answers that you need so you could continue to learn and grow, because every 5 days, the whole AI game changes. There's new tools, there's new updates, there's new features, there's new workflows. And if you're not up to date, this is the fastest changing industry. It is. My webinar I did yesterday to today already changed. I have a brand new slide in here. I'm super excited to show you. So let's start on a base level, because understanding what ChatGPT is and the technology behind it is also going to help you understand what the limitations are, so that you can know when the marketing, when they do the marketing for the new features of whatever AI new tool of the week comes out, you basically know how they work fundamentally behind the scenes at the end of the day. So super simple. What is ChatGPT? We're just going to start basic. And what is the technology behind it? Fundamentally, what ChatGPT is a large language model. Fancy word for just saying we took a bunch of training data, compressed it into a file, and now we have a computer program that if you add or if you insert a prompt, which is like a question or a string of text, like the color of the sky is, it's going to look in its database of relational words, phrases together, to find out a statistical probability of what is the next word that's most likely going to come right after the sentence. And it just repeats that process in a loop. It will just continuously try to find what's the highest probable next word that's going to be used in a sentence. That's all these things are. They don't do logic, they don't do reasoning, they don't do math, but understanding that the limitation is based on the training data. You also don't know the quality of the training data, and also the training data is limited. So knowing that the limitation of these models, and that's why there's many different ones from Claude to ChatGPT. Basically, each one has a different set of training data, is programmed a little bit differently, so you also get a different output. So if you use Google within the last decade, like basically that's all ChatGPT is. It's basically, it tries to auto predict the next word based on a probability of a large set of data. These large language models are really good for micro tasks. Yeah, they're very general, like ChatGPT could do images and ChatGPT can do text, but fundamentally behind the scenes, you really want to use a large language model that is tailored for the task or job that you're trying to work on. That's what you want to work backwards. You want to start with, what task are you trying to work on? Are you trying to draw images? Are you trying to create sales copy? Are you trying to write a chapter for a book, for example? And then work backwards to find out which training model is the best one out there. Many different ones, and I'll go through over 5,000 in here, which is wild. But that's all ChatGPT is, fundamentally behind the scenes. Now, why is this important? This is hugely important because we're even going to go like over here. At the end of the day, AI is not going to replace your job, or you're not going to get automated because of some AI agent that's sentient and can do the whole job of a full-time employee. That's not the reality of it. What's actually happening is that you will, and I guarantee will, be replaced by someone with AI skills. It's similar to like if someone has Excel skills in the office, they're like super valuable and like they're almost God level. And then even if they have programming skills, they're like God level as far as what they could accomplish and solve problems and the productivity output. Like learning how to code is like 100x improvement in your productivity versus someone who doesn't know how to code and they have to do things the manual way. That's the evolutionary shift of what these productivity tools do fundamentally. So the difference, in order for you to participate in the AI economy, that means either A, keep your job, B, get that promotion, C, start that business, or D, grow your business. You need to have AI skills, and I will go much deeper into what those AI skills are. So if you're trying to grow in any way in the economy, you need to have AI skills, and the window's getting smaller and smaller. Last week, I interviewed one guy. He came to our podcast on Ryan. His name's Ryan, and he worked with the CEO who had a personal assistant that he was paying six figures to write emails and do some or to reply and stuff like that and book appointments and stuff. But she was taking forever. She was sandbagging in her job. No shame to her or anything. She was just bad work ethic. And so she was taking so long to reply to emails and send them out. Ryan showed the CEO one of the AI tools called Pi and how humanized it was in writing emails and how quick, fast, cheaper, and easier it was to use. A week later, he fired his executive assistant. A week later. The second managers and businesses find out how 10x the productivity improvement is for an employee who has AI skills, it's over. It's game over. Like that, it's once you see the use case in your workflow, you're like, it's day and night, and you'll never go back. That's the thing. That's the trend. So companies are spending lots of money investing, upskilling their employees, and professionals need to take it seriously. Learn AI skills in order for you to keep your job, get that promotion, or to grow in your career. So this is not something to take lightly. This is basically a roadmap from where you are as a beginner in the AI world to basically master level. On the beginner level, you're just dabbling with ChatGPT. You're basically just using it on your phone. You're like, it answered quick questions here and there, but you're not really using it. Intermediate, now you've really started using AI assistants, but you're not even paying for any of the paid plans. You're just like going through Claude and ChatGPT and Perplexity on the free version and just dabbling here and there. You really want to get to the proficient level. That's where you are paying for anywhere from one to five AI tools that you're actually paying for in your monthly subscription. You're using anywhere from 5 to 10, not just ChatGPT is the be all end all. You're using between 5 to 10 different AI tools in your job to increase the productivity in your workflow. That's the level of where the game is right now. The advanced level, now you are creating AI tools, very similar to how a programmer would create a program or a business tool or some automation to streamline a workflow or a series of multiple complex tasks for a business. Now you can do it without having to write any code. And I'll show a demo of how to use Claude, how they're building business applications, and this person has no coding experience. Expert level is you've used AI, built a business tool, streamlined a workflow, and now you've eliminated a full-time, if not more, of an employee. That is expert level of now you know tool mastery, you know how to use the tools, what tool has each limitation, how to get the most out of it, and how to string multiple of them together with some automation. Could be Zapier, Make.com, any of those. And now you've automated a full-time employee's role because teams are going to get leaner. The economy is going to get worse. Teams are going to get cut in half, and that's the reality of it. Lastly is the master level. The master level is you're not selling AI. You're using AI to sell a product or service better than your competitor, and you're generating monthly revenue from that skill set. So basically, if you're using AI to help with your copywriting, to help with your product development, to help generate ads, to help write SEO articles so that you could generate more traffic, which leads to more leads, which leads to more sales. That's where you're really getting the productivity improvement when a competitor or versus a competitor who's not using AI at all. They will be left behind. So the main takeaway here is that basically you are one AI skill away from either getting a job, getting that promotion, starting that business, growing your business, or doubling, if not 5 to 10x in your productivity. You're one AI skill away. So I need you to take that seriously, where basically learn these tools before they replace you at the end of the day. And it's going to happen quick too. Every industry is affected and it's touching everything. This was a very interesting report. Stanford University did a huge artificial intelligence index report where they looked at the whole market. And these are, I know it's super small, but these are just some of the trends. I'm just going to read some of these. AI decreases costs and increases revenue. AI makes workers more productive and leads to higher quality work. So, but it's not perfect. AI beats humans in some tasks, but not all, but it's catching up. So at the end of the day, this is impacting every industry. Now let's take that was a more macro, let's take a more micro look. So HubSpot did this report and they analyzed a bunch of different startups, and they said, hey, startups, in your marketing, sales, customer service, and operations, because every business is the same. It's not replacing a full department like of agents, automated AI agents. Eventually that'll be the goal, but we're still very far away from that goal. But right now they're looking at and saying, okay, cool. Hey, you in marketing, how are you guys using AI in your business? This is what you're competing with as a business. If you have a business and you have a team underneath you, every business functions the same. They all have marketing, sales, operations, customer success. So the departments don't change, but the only thing that does change is the suite of tools and skill set of each employee that's using in those departments. So if we take a look at marketing, they said on average there's 10 AI tools that a marketing team at a high performance startup is using to get insane productivity improvements. Like, this team is crushing their competitors versus another team at another business that's still doing things manually. So number one, we're seeing here, of course, ChatGPT, some AI assistant. As of today, this is already old. This is already so old that may be replaced with Claude. And it's by the time a month later you're watching this, it's going to change again. Every 5 days, this industry changes. And if you're not staying up to date with it, you will be left behind. This is happening so fast. Then they're using specialized AI tools for each of the tasks that they're working on to get huge productivity gains. They're writing code, they're using Copilot. They're writing sales copy, they're using Jasper. They're doing task and project management, they're using ClickUp. And if they need a knowledge wiki in their business, they're using Second Brain. So there's many different productivity tools, but the main thing here is that you're going to be using anywhere between 5 to 10 AI tools in your business or in your job in order for you to stay ahead or stay employed. So this is probably the most important slide. This is a slide I update almost daily. It's the best AI tools across many different tasks that we're looking at. Sure, we've got an AI assistant. ChatGPT and Claude are in the race together. If you're doing search engine searching, you're going to be using Perplexity. If you're creating images, yes, ChatGPT can create images, but anytime a tool tries to do more than one feature, more than one task, it's pretty mediocre in the other features that it offers. That's why you really want to be using a specialized AI tool for the task that you're working on. That's how you're going to get huge gains. So, of course, for image generation, Midjourney's great. Night Cafe is free, stable diffusion. You can run on your own computer. Video generation, there's Lumen 5, Runway is picking up. The video generation has still got a huge hill to climb still, because I think of it more of like small video GIFs. That basically is what they're able to generate. The limitation with the images and the video is what's called image continuity or character continuity. Being able to take the same character and have them act out a different activity in a different scene and still look the same is still kind of a handicap, but it's going to catch up. Much like when AI image generation first started off, I remember first using Midjourney, it couldn't do fingers. That was one of the giveaways of like, oh, it's AI, it can't even draw. It was drawing 4 fingers and 3 fingers. But now it's getting a lot better over time. And it's only maybe a year and a half into this whole technology. Coding, there's Claude. There's also this one called TA Tab 9. There's GitHub Copilot. If you're writing any sales or marketing copy, there's Jasper and Copy AI. If you're writing, if you're a writer or you write academic papers, for example, there are writing assistants like WriteSeed, Grammarly, Quillbot. I'm not sponsored by any of these companies. I only sponsor my own company, Simple Tech Skills, honestly. So then you got plagiarism detectors. There's even humanizers where they will take AI text and then humanize it for that, and then also make it so that it's undetectable by AI. That's like an arms race, which is very interesting. Then you have ones like, this is also the most interesting one, is building custom GPTs without having to write any code. There's ChatGPT, there's custom GPTs, Second Brain we saw most startups using. That's where basically you can upload custom information to these chatbots, and now it has what's called local knowledge about your business, your SOPs, your org chart, how your products or services, your sales copy, your website, and now it could answer a lot more specialized questions that's not in the training data from ChatGPT or Claude, for example. So it has that local knowledge. We'll go more deeper into that. Canva is what I'm using to do this presentation. Shout out to Canva. Man, that's such a great product. Like, it is so helpful. Then you got ones for spreadsheets, Numerous, Excel, Formula Bot. Those are great ones. Voice AI generators is getting really creepy, because you could generate any voice, even synthesize your own voice for a podcast. So you could create content in your own voice without you having to create the content, for example. Really weird. Speech to text, love Otter AI. Love that product. It's like having a personal assistant that anything you talk into, it will automatically transcribe that into text in real time. Super accurate. It will detect if there's multiple people in the room that are in like a meeting, for example. And then you get a voice recording, transcription, and then you just take that, take the text, dump it into like ChatGPT and say, give me an executive summary or something like that. Super helpful. You got, if you're doing academic paper research, there's different ones. Video editor, Descript. I'm still like if you're going to edit videos, just use DaVinci. DaVinci is like the best. It's still manual, but it's way faster than using AI. But this, and then there's Pi, which is like a personal assistant one. But at the end of the day, there's some AI tool that's more specific and tailored towards the job or task that you're trying to accomplish. And then in your workflow, you're stringing together each of these AI tools, moving data in and out to work more efficiently. Now, the last one and most important one right now, which I highly, highly, highly recommend just for your own sanity, just so you don't get burnt out, just so you can stay productive and organized in the digital world, hands down is Notion. Notion for digital notebook, as to organize two things. One is your documents and notes, so all your files, websites, important things that you need both for learning and working is all stored in one place. Second is for tasks. Notion, I find, is just the best task manager, so that you can organize complex tasks very easily, and so that you can build basically a second brain without having to remember anything in your memory. So you can quickly dump information into Notion and then retrieve it when you need it, whether it be a photo, PDF, image, a document, or a list of books, for example. I think I have my Notion database about 1,500 books in my book list, which is so fascinating. So this is my favorite slide. Take a screenshot. Let's move on. 5,000 AI tools. Let's take a look at this. This is a website called AIXPLORIA. I don't know why every time I go to the website, my browser crashes for like 2 minutes. Super annoying. But I like what they do here as far as organize AI tools across different categories. So of course here, if you're trying to generate images, here's the top 10 tools. Night Cafe isn't on here, which is interesting. So I don't know how often they update this. If you're trying to do writing, here's the top 10 tools here. But this is basically the landscape. It's an arms race right now where every category, text to speech, video generators, here's your AI assistants, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Poe, Pi is there. Basically, for that specific task or project that you're working on, this is the trend. There's some AI tool that's specialized for it that's going to help you increase your productivity 10, 100x. It's insane. And the list just goes on and on and on and on. Oh, website designers, I'm just going to do a little TLDR because I do marketing too. Do not build your website using Wix, WordSpace, or WordPress, Squarespace, or any AI tool that will automatically build your tool. There's one called Unicorn or something like that. Please do not build your tool with any of those that I mentioned. You have handicapped your business as far as that your business will no longer able to generate leads consistently. You just sent all your traffic to a brick wall and you wasted time. We'll talk about content marketing in a minute there, but so you need to build a funnel. You can use ClickFunnels. I recommend Lead Pages. I'm not sponsored. Doesn't matter. They're basically no-code tools that allow you to quickly build a website without having to write any code, so that you can use the AI to write the sales copy, buy paid ads, drive traffic to your landing page or website with a free offer or lead magnet, and then you're testing that conversion. And then you're trying to go back to the AI to improve your sales or marketing copy so that when you send more traffic, you're increasing your conversion. So if you send 100, like for example, my lead magnet, what I was doing for a free ChatGPT course, was 47% as a conversion. So if I send 100 people to my landing page, my funnel, 47% clicked on it and gave me their contact information now in the funnel. We had in about 30 days, we had about 300 students sign up for that course. That was wild. So that's just a quick thing about marketing and ads and funnels. I have a huge passion about it. Every business needs to master that. So that's the trend with the list of AI tools and stuff. Let's talk about more specifically marketing, how you could be using ChatGPT for you should be using it for all of these, honestly, because of the productivity it takes because in marketing, you're always A/B testing. You're always trying to either pump out more let's talk about content while we're here. Content does not equal leads. I'll say it again. Content does not equal sales. Content is social proof. And so you need to be running paid ads, Google, Facebook, Instagram, doesn't matter. Paid ads, minimally $1,500 a month. I know for a lot of people that have never done marketing, that's like, oh my God, that's a lot. That's minimally. And then you're running paid traffic to a funnel where you're trying to convert those leads and trying to A/B test conversion. That's marketing at the end of the day. Don't waste your time doing it. Content now is basically you're giving free content to train future algorithms at the end of the day, whether it be Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, Discord, any of the social media channels. When you create content and put up there, you're basically providing free training data for future models because they almost ran out of training data. But that's another caveat kind of thing. But you need to be using AI, ChatGPT, building custom GPTs to help you accomplish any of these marketing tasks quicker, faster, easier, and more specialized so that you get A/B tests. This is the most important slide I find, which is interesting. I'm still testing this, especially with my demographic. So AI chatbots, that is the next wave as far as AI chatbots. What are they? They are basically chatbots with local information about your business, products, services, customer returns, calendar schedule, more information about your business. And then you could deploy this chatbot on your website in a funnel behind your ads so that customers or leads can chat with these chatbots 24/7. They can either answer questions, they could capture contact information as a lead generation, they can sell, they can provide 24/7 customer support. This is very interesting because I heard this topic today where they were like, first it went websites, now funnels, and then now chatbots. This is very interesting as far as I think that may be the evolution. So I'm testing a couple different services to play around with this and deploy. But basically, this is going to be the future where basically, let's take a look right here. There's 4 different types of use cases of using custom chatbots in your business. Number 1 is using it for customer support 24/7. Customer has a question. Hey, how does XYZ widget, or they want to cancel their subscription, or they want to upgrade their subscription? You can provide 24/7 customer support. You can do an automated employee support. So internally, say like HR is overwhelmed, or you have a small team, and you're onboarding new employees. Using automated employee support will allow new employees to get quick answers to questions 24/7 about the business without having to bug and wait for a 48-hour delay between HR or customer support or something, or your manager, for example. Conversational commerce, it could help sell for you to customers, or basically help overcome sales objections, and then also promote or recommend the best product or service as the customer if you have multiple products or services in your SKU or your suite. Basically, this product or this chatbot can help the customer in real time find the right product or service in the right size or the right fit for them, and then lead them towards a sale. 24/7 sales support. Those are getting wild. And then lastly is this AI Copilot that just knows a lot of information about your business. Basically, I'll put in that one, replace that one with a lead generation one where you have a funnel, and on your landing page, maybe it doesn't convert that much, but if you put a chatbot on there that has all the information about your business, and then that chatbot can answer questions, then it could collect lead information, name, phone number, and email. Then it could automate that through Zapier and then zap that to your CRM or to your sales team, whatever. But all maybe higher conversion than your sales funnel or your landing page, which is very interesting because most people bounce because they have a question or it's not the right fit or they get lost. And so having a chatbot navigate leads, this I think is very interesting. And the last thing I put here is traditionally there's the website development services where you're like, oh my God, I need a website for every business needs a website. Now that's no longer a thing. Now every website needs a funnel or a sales funnel. There's so many agencies that will sell you funnels basically. This may be the next evolution in the marketing agency, is selling custom AI chatbots as a service to businesses. I came across some of these and they were selling custom chatbots to businesses for $2,000. For implementation, which is very interesting. So I see that is going to be the next trend as these AI chatbots get more sophisticated over time. So let's do a little bit of demos real quickly. ChatGPT, and let's talk about prompt engineering. Most people, when they do prompt engineering, do not put enough information or context or instructions for the AI model to look in the training data to know exactly what you're looking for. Now, your first thing you want to do is you want to have it act as a role. Hey, ChatGPT, you're a marketer, copywriter, accountant, doctor, lawyer, therapist, journalist, chief financial officer. Give it a job title. From there, it's going to narrow the scope and help it, and that will help the training model give you better information or a better result. This one I see most people trip up a lot. You need to give the way you treat these models. Don't try and extract information or generative information from the models. They're equivalent to like a college intern that you just hired for a business, where you're not going to go to the college intern and just ask them, hey, what do you think about XYZ, or what are your recommendations about ABC? That's not the best use for them, at least in this stage of where they're starting right now. Actually, what you want to be using them for is, Hey, ChatGPT, here's a micro task and some context or information that I did for my own notes. Do this task for me faster than I could do it on my own. That's the best way. And when I say micro tasks, it's like computer programming. Whenever you give too much instruction to a computer program, it loops. It doesn't. You're asking for too much out. For example, so I wouldn't ask ChatGPT to write an essay or any of these AI models. I wouldn't ask it to write a whole chapter or a whole blog post or a whole article. That's too much of a request for it. Rather, I treat them with micro tasks to say, hey, give me a rough outline for this book. Great. Let's work on chapter 1. Use this information to write the first paragraph for chapter 1 in this style, in this way, with this as the framework. You want to be very specific and very small as the request that you're trying to ask for these models. That's how you're going to get a much better result out of them. Then you're always being very explicit. What type of format do you want out? Do you want a table? Do you want a list? Do you want it formatted in a certain way? Do you want it stylized or even read in a specific style, for example? So being very specific as far as what you're looking for helps the model give you the answer that you want. Let's talk about custom GPTs because then I'll do some demos. Custom GPTs, because you find many different AI tutorials right now on how to basically chat. You're already at that stage. You're not watching this video for that. You're looking for the advanced shit, and this is why. So custom GPTs are really what you want to specialize in, are in the sense that you're going to be using more custom GPTs than you are in specific regular chat, for example. This is the next level, because when you talk with a large language model, it's very cut off as far as the information that it has in its training data. So you need to provide it what's called local knowledge, or what I call it, local knowledge. And I use this analogy. Say I'm a law firm and I have a court case coming up and I have 50 documents for that court case. I don't want to read it, but I need to know that information in order to win the court case. ChatGPT doesn't have any information about the documents for this court case in its training data. So that's where you need to upload local knowledge using custom GPTs with your prompt to the large language model, so that you can get a much higher quality result. Basically, the problem that this solves is what's called hallucination, which means that if you ask the model a question and it doesn't have the information exactly what you're looking for in its training data, it will make shit up. It will lie to you. It will happily make stuff that kind of looks right, but if you're the expert in that field or task, you're like, I don't really think so if that's actually true. So that's what custom GPTs are. The problem that they're solving is basically the ability to upload custom information. Now, there's two different ways that you can build a custom GPT. Let's quickly talk about that. I'll go through the first one, which is building it with no code on one end, where basically you could write a custom GPT, upload files, super easy. I'll show you a demo in a moment. Then there's the second one where OpenAI on the back end through their playground, you can build a custom AI assistant where you can designate the model, do your prompt engineering as far as explicitly saying the behavior of what information you're going to be sending it, how you want it to perform some task. It will have access to PDF files or images or documents or CSV files related to whatever the agent that you're building, or employee. Agent is like a synonym for like employee, basically. Think of it like the behavior that you're trying to have it act as, and then the output that you're looking for is stylize it in the specific format or something like that, or give me this report in this specific way, or answer these specific questions. And then you could connect this to an API, use no code. You could use Zapier or make.com for the automation, and now you can use an AI assistant with code on the back end to automate or streamline the workflow. That's a little more advanced. That's not what we're going to focus on. This is more for the everyday user. So you've seen ChatGPT, nothing special, but now we're going to go through 3 advanced use cases of using ChatGPT. The main one right now is under Explore GPTs. I'm on the Play plan. You have the ability to create custom GPTs in the upper right hand corner, and we're going to start very basic. I'm going to start with very simple, like I want this you should always, if you're a business owner or freelancer or consultant or a small business owner, for example, first one that you should build is honestly a business coach. That's like the best first case scenario. I have here an AI business consultant custom GPT where, because remember, in the training data that ChatGPT has, it doesn't have any training data about my business, my products, my services, the customers that I serve. It doesn't have any of that information. So that's local knowledge. So that's a great use case where I'm always having questions about how should I do my prices, what should my marketing copy should be, what are some lead magnets I should offer, how should I differentiate, who's my ideal customer, what are their top pain points. You're always going to have those basic questions coming off. So it's really good as a use case to start off level one, building a custom GPT as like a business coach. There's two ways you could build a custom GPT. You could do the create way. There's two tabs. Both will get you the same result. The create way is a very simple way of natively talking with ChatGPT what you want this custom GPT to be. But basically on the back end, what it's going to do is fill out these 4 questions. You're going to give it a name, call it whatever you want, doesn't matter. So I have this here, my AI business consultant. Next, you're going to give it a role. What's a specific agent or role that you want this to be? It can't be many different hats. It has to be something very specific. So here it's a business strategy and marketing expert consultant helping me optimize and strategize building my AI consulting business. Next one down is your instructions. The instructions is where you're doing your prompt engineering. This is prompt engineering. It's basically explicitly saying line by line or step by step in explicit detail what you want. Remember those 3 steps? What's the role of the ChatGPT bot? What is the task that you're giving it? And what is the output that you want from it? So you're being very explicit. Here I'm saying, hey, your role as a consulting business strategist and expert marketing consultant, your goal is to provide actionable feedback, innovative strategies, and expert advice to help my business become as profitable as possible. Here's my business name. Here's my business description. Here's my business model. Here's the prices that I offer. Here's the features that we offer. And as an objective down here, I want you to, this is the output of what you're trying to designate ChatGPT. What behavior do you want it to act as? I want you to provide feedback on my current business model, suggest strategies for effective marketing and business growth, and offer advice on optimizing my services and products for better profitability and customer satisfaction. That's your prompt engineering. It's being very explicit. So now that ChatGPT has that, and then lastly, you could upload files right here if you had PDF documents, you can't link a website, but you could PDF your website and then upload it. That's one way. But just uploading any additional files related to your product or services, you can add it here. So now that's a custom GPT basically. It has that local knowledge, has that custom prompt or your prompt engineering, and it has a specific behavior. So now I could spin up this custom GPT, this custom chatbot, and I could say, what are the best lead magnets for my business? I didn't say what my business is. I didn't say, I didn't give much detail to it. Now I could be much briefer in my prompting, so quicker, faster, more productive, because now ChatGPT has all that local knowledge on the back end so that it can provide exactly what I want and says, hey, you should offer a free mini course in a webinar. That's what this is. This is the webinar. I offered a free mini course as a lead magnet. It had a 47% conversion. ChatGPT helped out significantly. Isn't that amazing? So that's how we're using it for marketing, to help improve your lead conversion, to help grow your sales at the end of the day. So that's a business consultant. That's level 1. Let's take it a step farther. Level 2. Level 2 is where now you're going to upload files and have it interact. So I have here a custom, let me actually grab this document here. So I have a PDF file that I'm too lazy to read, for example. Here's a PDF file, 53 pages about some IRS or about the IRS, and I had a question somewhere in here, and I didn't want to read it. And it's a good use case that maybe ChatGPT doesn't have this in its information. Maybe this document was printed recently after the training data, for example, or the knowledge cutoff date. So uploading files is another great use case of it, where basically, let's go through IRS chatbot here. It's kind of funny. Edit GPT. So here we're saying very simple. Use the attached document to help the user answer questions. Provide a quote and what page you found the answer. Be concise and translate the answer for average Joe to easy to understand. Always provide the user with the page number you found the answer, and there's the PDF document. Now you're uploading additional files from there. So now it could be very brief. Bring the IRS bot up here for a chat. I can say, what is Form 8300? Say this was from a recent new law that came out just recently. That's after the knowledge cutoff date for ChatGPT, because it's a large language model, has to be trained on training data, and that training data has a knowledge cutoff date. So that's why it's important to know what the technology in these models are on the back end. So more importantly, you know the limitations of what they're capable of. So here it just gave me the exact answer. Now, basically, you built a little program without having to write any code. So as you built this success that you build this program, you should always test it. So it's like, great, here's the answer. Awesome, that's helpful. Second, it's like you could find the answer on page 11, because you always want to double check the information, or when you build a custom GPT or model, they do hallucinate. So you need to double check the information so that, there you go, page 11. There's Form 8300, so that you can check it so that you can reliably use it in your day-to-day workflow, for example. That's level 2. Let's take it a step farther. Level 3, advanced. Level 3 says, now I have, let's do that. Level 3 says, now I have 2 different chatbots. I have an IRS chatbot, and I have a business AI consultant. Now you can chat between 2 different AI agents in the same conversation. So now as you build out your basically AI team, dream team, now in a conversation only on the paid plan, ChatGPT 4.0, make sure you're on the right model. Won't work on 3.5. You can do the @ symbol, and you can summon any of the AI models, both the ones that you've built and the ones that are available in the custom GPT library. So here I have one, like Right For Me is a free one that I've been using. There's a bunch of other ones that I've been using. But let's say I had the IRS bot. Hey, IRS bot, what is Form 8300? Now it goes, chats with that IRS bot, and it answers that question for me. Great. But now the more important thing is, now I want to continue this information, but with now my business consultant, saying, hey, you could click the little X right here, going down to the very bottom. Now you can, in the same chat, do @ call in your next chatbot, and now you can hear is, how can I use this for my business? The use case is really arbitrary, but here now we're having a conversation between 2 different chatbots that have additional local knowledge that are specialized for my project to help me work on a project. For example, if you're a writer, you can have one that works on the outline, knows all your research copy, another one that helps you with citations, for example. So blah 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 blah. So that's very interesting. Now you can do that. That's level 3. Let's go level 4, super advanced. Super advanced level is where you're now building custom applications that automate an entire workflow for a project that you're working for. You're basically now like a software developer without having to write any code, building an app that, or a custom GPT, functions same thing like a business app or tool that accomplishes a specific workflow. So in this example, I'm going to call my sales dashboard bot. In this example, I have a custom GPT that, let's say, for example, in my business, every month I have to run a sales analysis report on our sales to see. And in this example, I'm running a fictitious. It's just an example. Oh, look at the celebration! I'm running a fictitious. That was distracting. A fictitious office supply store, for example, and every month I have this sales data. Let's bring this over. There we go. So here's an Excel sheet of office sales, and we can see the Excel sheet has, zoom in, enhance, enhance, enhance. We have our order date, we have a column for the region that we sell products. We have our sales reps. We have our products that we sell, pencils, binders, desks. We have units, costs, and total. Very basic, for example. But let's say every month I have to do an analysis on this report to determine how our sales are doing, where do we need to improve, and how we can improve sales. And I have to do this every Monday. And let's say this task takes 8 hours to do. That's a huge work because there's a lot of things I got to download. I got to create the formulas. I got to create the charts. I got to understand the data, and then I got to find patterns and stuff like that and trends. That's a huge time crunch. That's a great opportunity to build a business tool that's going to string all that work for me automatically. So here, I built a custom GPT. It's called Sales Dashboard Bot. Let's take a look at that. So here, it's called Sales Dashboard. Description, your business tool, generate executive summaries and charts from the uploaded sales data CSV. Awesome. And then here's your prompt engineering. You're basically explicitly working down line by line, step by step, in plain English without writing any code, what you want this bot to do with that information. So you'll remember the role, it's always has the same framework, role, task, output, basically. So it's like you're a data analyst, use the attached file, clean up and format the data, then understand the data from a data analyst role, and then use that data to answer the following questions. I want to know what's the total sales. I also want to know my sales by region. I also want to know my sales by item. And then I want to see this visually with 5 different charts. And then lastly, I want it to provide me key insights about the data and also provide recommendations to improve sales. So now that I explicitly worked all that out in my demo, I'm going to go right here, and you could have conversation starters, which I'm just saying analyze file. So it's an action item. And so now I could take that whole task, upload the file on the back end once a week. And then when I upload that file, I just press one button. That's what programmers do. They just make buttons. So when I press this button, boom, I'm done. So in the next 30 seconds, what the bot's going to do is, if you haven't seen it, ChatGPT, remember, it's a large language model, can't do coding or can't do math, reasoning, stuff on the back end. So what it does is it writes, oh, interesting. It came with an error. So what it's doing is it's writing a Python program to accomplish this task on the back end. And if you get an error, let's just refresh it and start again. Because I'm doing this during busy time. Analyze file. Great, it's analyzing. Give it a moment. Check the code. Great, it's working. All code is buggy. So basically, if you ever get an error message, like live demos, always get error messages. We're doing this live with no cuts or breaks in between. This is all, I don't even want to edit this. This is all one video. And so now it's going to analyze that file, understand the data, and then answer the questions that I provided it in the order that I wanted. So now I'm going to first get my executive summary of the data. Here's our total sales. I did some formulas to match this. It does actually do the math, which is so funny. Here's our total units sold, total orders. Now you can't do this with a super large data set. This is not going to replace Excel or a Power BI pipeline, for example. You're still going to use those tools for real-time data or when you're analyzing large amounts of data. Just for a small, quick task, that's why it's very useful. But you know that, but understanding the limitation also allows you to know what tool to use. Here's my sales by region, sales by item. Ooh, and now we get interactive charts where if I hover my mouse over it, it's going to show me the data or the answer to the data. So we're selling 11,000 in Central. So most of our sales are in Central. East, 6,000. West is 2,000. Nice. How about our sales by item? Oh, we're selling a lot of binders, $9,000 worth of binders. Awesome. Pen sets, maybe if we bundle them, we can make some more money. Then we've got our monthly sales trend where we can see our sales over a year period. And look, at the end of the year, probably December, we're probably selling the most then. Great. We can see uptrends visually. We're seeing total sales unit sold by item. That's awesome. Cost unit by item. Great. And then we get our key insights where we get some answers based on the central region leads and total sales contributing to more than half of our overall revenue. This is great if I had to give this report to my manager or my CEO, for example. All this is done for me. Boom, 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 boom. And then we get our recommendations. Focus on high performance regions, promote high revenue items, seasonal promotions, expand. Awesome. This was helpful. And all we did was press a button. Isn't that nice? That's programming. That's ChatGPT basically using it to build custom tools, business tools, to help you accomplish a specific workflow or a project faster than it is to do it in one-off prompts, for example. So that's beginning to advance using custom GPTs and using ChatGPT, for example. I want to show you Claude. This is actually a really good example. Because Claude is much better with coding, because also knowing different models, you know when to switch to a specific model for specific tasks. So Claude is way better as far as programming and building apps. Now, this is an interesting use case. I found this on Reddit. This person is trying to make an app or a business tool without having to write a single line of code. Fascinating. Like, this is... So the use case is they're trying to make a deal analyzer app for multifamily real estate using AI. So just remember the college intern example. You're basically explicitly writing down step by step what are the actions that you want this AI to do, because you're not using it for, oh, let me upload a document and give it a prompt. That's level 1. That's basic. Advanced level is you're now working through each step explicitly so that you could string together a whole workflow so you could build an app. That's all apps are. Basically, if you're a software developer, you'll be doing the same thing. It's writing pseudocode or just code in English step by step. So here's our steps. Upload the document, parse the documents, confirm the property information, give the current financial analysis of the property by year, give forecasting assumptions, and confirm it with the user, and then spit out a pro forma financial statement. So in this video, in about 5 seconds, or it's like 15 seconds, it's going to happen quick. So watch the screen. I'll play it. So we got to just bring it over. Okay, cool, because I'm in the way. There we go. So I'm going to click play and watch the user use this app in Claude super fast. I'll click play. So the user first is going to upload 3 files. Boom, upload it. They're going to parse the documents. Boom, they're now parsed. Then they're going to review the information and confirm. Boom, now it spits out the current financials and the output that the user wanted. Boom, done. Next step, they're going to click the pro forma analysis. Boom, there it is. And lastly, they can, in 5-10 seconds, they can now use that information that they got to understand that, oh, we could get an 18% cash on cash return and a total return of 482%. I'm not going to pretend like I know what that means. I'm not in real estate. But they did that business. Basically, they built a whole app, custom application, without having to write one single line of code. And we can look on the left how they started writing that, or they're explicitly just working with Claude to help create this app. This is fascinating. Like, this is the expert level, is where you're building custom applications for your business or your work to help automate an entire workflow. That's expert level. That's next level. Lastly, let's talk about art image generators, because ChatGPT can draw images, but it's not the best one out there. There are many other models. So there's Midjourney and Night Cafe. I'm doing Night Cafe. There you go, Night Cafe. Look at the detail on these. The one on the left is actually from last year, January 2023, when I was playing with Midjourney for the first time, and I was writing my first science fiction book to myself. I wanted to write my own book and illustrate it to push the tools to see what was possible. And using Midjourney, now granted, there was like, I went back into my history, there's like 15, 20 versions before I got to that version. Midjourney is a much different, there's a whole different game to prompt engineering, especially with Midjourney. It's a whole different syntax. But using that, you get amazing images. It's like, oh, it's game changing. Then much easier for the user is Night Cafe. This one's a really great one. And then if we go to these websites, we can see some of these, like from Night Cafe, for example, which is free. Again, I'm not sponsored by any of these tools. I'm only sponsoring my own company, Simple Tech Skills. So you can see all the images that it's capable of, but different images have different styles. This one's Midjourney, which is like, yo, game over. That's just game over. And anyone can learn how to use these tools. Midjourney is like $10 a month. Super affordable because I just renewed my plan for the course, which is super funny. So there's AI image generators out there. Now, if anything that I showed you was brand new and you're like, oh my God, this was amazing, I want to learn the skills to to master these tools so that I can A, have a job, or B, grow my business at the end of the day, that's what my free gift to you is. I have what's called the AI, let's actually enhance this, AI Mastery Club. It's a monthly membership where you get access to, I call it Netflix for AI training. You get access to all my courses on ChatGPT. Actually, just look at ChatGPT Mastery, the curriculum. Like, this is basically what you're able to do. Once you come out of the skill sets, you can make AI work for you, earn more money in your business to generate more sales and your leads. We teach you marketing, scale your business, automate manual tasks, crush your competitors, cut your monthly costs because you don't have to hire a lot of full-time employees, especially to accomplish a lot of work once you know how to master these tools. But no, most importantly right here, AI won't replace you, but someone with AI skills will. So that's why this game is going really fast. Many different industries, but let's look at the curriculum, because the curriculum, these are all just the things you're able to do after taking the course. You even get certified as an AI ChatGPT expert. Game changing. And then lastly, look at all these curriculum. Let me enhance. So we go introduction to vision. We do the introduction. We go through the best 13 pre-made custom GPTs. I teach you how to create your own custom GPTs, beginning and advanced prompt engineering, how to use the web browsing feature, and then most important here is the business use case. We go heavily into marketing, showing you all the different, how to create content, how to create your sales page, how to create Facebook ads, Google ads, then you do SEO, social media marketing, sales, customer support, and stuff like that, data analysis. But wait, it doesn't stop there, because ChatGPT isn't the number one thing that you need to master and you think you're okay. Like I said, you need to be super productive and organized in the digital world, and you need a digital notebook. So that's why I'm also throwing in also my Notion mastery course, where I teach you how to use Notion to organize your documents, notes, and tasks. So that way you can move mountains of work effortlessly without having to organize or save anything in your brain so you don't get overwhelmed. I close my laptop on Friday, everything's saved, tasks, projects, everything. I open it up on Monday and I could pick up effortlessly where I left off. So we teach you how to build a second brain in Notion. This is huge advanced course. This is coming out this Friday. I'm super excited for that. Databases, we teach you mastery for that. And then lastly, we have more courses coming soon. We're going to go into Claude mastery. We're going to be going into custom AI chatbots for lead generation, sales, and customer service. We'll teach you how to use Perplexity. Then you have AI image generation. Then I teach you how to build actual sales funnels without having to write any code, and how using those AI website generators. No, you need to learn how to build funnels at the end of the day if you want to make money online. Then we go productivity management. I teach you how to run profitable paid ads in Google and Facebook, because content will not equal sales at the end of the day. We go into CRM, and then lastly, how to launch a membership site. And you could try all this. This is my free gift to you. 14 days for free. If you sign up using the link below, you could get started learning AI today, because I don't want you to fall behind with AI. And then my fun one is you could become a certified ChatGPT AI expert. When I did the first course, within 30 days, we had 50 people graduate. Actually, if we go through all these people from the free course, the free course is, this free course is now is on my YouTube channel. You can find it. But look, we have all these people that are learning AI skills. Congrats to all these people. These are my A students. All of these people graduated, now have AI skills, and they're like Nancy, where she now, a task that took her 8 hours now takes her 4 hours. That time, what is your time worth? Imagine I could cut your time in half by just teaching you super productivity skills using the right AI tools. That's the game change. So that's AI mastery. So if you use the link below, you could get access to the free trial, 14-day free trial, so that you can start learning and mastering ChatGPT, Claude, Notion, and so you can actually participate in the new AI economy at the end of the day. So, in summary, we covered a lot of things. I want to thank you so much for listening to this 1 hour time webinar on basically AI. And in 5 days, all this is going to change. It's all going to change. Oh, yeah. In the AI Mastery Club, we meet twice a week to go over new updates, questions and answers, demos, and then we show use cases of how students are using the skills to level up in their business so that other people could learn and grow together. So it's a private network with a private app, because it's not a Facebook group, because I don't want you distracted with any of the social media. I need you to stay focused, learn, and be a part of a private community so you could learn and level up and take advantage of increasing your revenue and increasing your income using these AI skills. So I'm Jonathan Acuna. I hope you learned something today. Click the link below to get started with your free 14-day trial, and I hope you have a blessed day. Bye.